Hello, happy lunchtime. I think it's lunchtime or people are getting off lunchtime. I have not even had breakfast or lunch yet, so yes, you know what I'm thinking about. A good meal. Okay, guys, I am TJ Sykes, and I help people live big, beautiful lives through self-care on steroids so they can live happily and abundantly. And I've been talking about quite a few things in regard to us getting out of our own way and making life easier than what we typically make it so that we can generate all types of joy and happiness and fun and everything that we want, most people desire in their lives. And so today I want to just talk about purging and letting go. And I touched on this a few times in the past, but I want to expound on it a little more because I see all the time, and I just want to know, why are people so dead set against letting go of these toxic relationships? It's like, dude, let him go, let her go. What is this? And when you hold on to these relationships, it's as if you don't think you're going to get something better. And that means, again, as I always say, you're moving in a spirit of lack. No, what you do is you know your worth, know that all that's great with yourself and what you have to offer. And if this relationship, or there are aspects in the relationship that you really don't like, that are absolute deal breakers, but you haven't broken the deal yet, make the move. Men and women alike. I don't understand that. Look, I've been there in relationships that should have ended sooner than I ended them. I do not like breaking up at all. I just don't like the feeling, personally. And I did get out of the relationships, but I sort of eased myself out of most of them that, I wasn't happy in. But I was, some people know how to break it off just like that. And for me, it was just really hard. So I ended up mourning the loss of the relationship before. Hey, Michelle, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in. Hey, we're talking about purging and letting go. And I was talking about the toxic relationships, and I don't understand why people don't just let those things go. They operate in a spirit of lack and act like they can't, accomplish something new or better, or, and it's a lot. It's too much. And I see it a lot, especially on social media. And I don't know if you guys can relate. I'm sure many can. You go on your personal profile and you get this passive aggressive behavior, where someone is fussing and cussing about their man. I don't even know. It's like, is this person even here? Why don't you pick up the phone and call? That we don't care to know about this. What are you talking about? What are you doing? Let it go. It's not that critical. You will find another. You will find better. To the left. Anyway, so that's what we're talking about. I'm checking my notes to make sure that I share everything. But what we want to do is we want to let go of persons, things, and behaviors that don't add a solution. It doesn't, especially if it doesn't add to our growth, and primarily if it adds to the problem. So we already spoke about people and the toxic relationships, but I also want to encourage you to, surround yourself with people who are like-minded, people who will champion your success, your growth, folks who want to see you win. And also get yourself an accountability partner, or somebody who know how to get in your butt, call you out on your stuff in a loving way, because they want to see you win. They see the potential in you. Not all the time is it going to be in your family and friends. It's not that they don't love you, and respect you, but maybe they don't understand. Maybe they have some kind of judgment. It's no fault of theirs. They just don't get it. And that's okay. You might have to seek help outside of that, hire a coach or something like that. But that's something for you to actually think about. And you also want to be around people who are doing positive things that you like, like the art. I don't know, it's something about being around people who have the same interests as you. you just sort of, it's that energy is just flowing, and you just, for me, I'm getting my life. Like if I'm around like artists, I'm like, oh my goodness, yes, let's and I got my glasses on, but they bifocals. Yes, that's exactly. People that love you want to see you win. And sometimes, every once in a while you'll get someone who has a judgment, and you don't know it until you're trying to level up. Until you're on the level up, and then you see who they are. Thank you for the heart. Thank you. Yeah, so you don't know, and just make sure you just prepare yourself for that, just in case. I really don't like saying that, but just from experience, I've seen it happen, and you spend a lot of time with your feelings hurt. It's okay. They love you. Just move on. Let me just get into things, because I feel like I'm about to start rambling and babbling. So things, hoarding things as if you think you can't obtain them again is acting in the spirit of lack. Let that stuff go. It's purging. Like, I'm always purging, and I think it's important. If you haven't used it in a year, ain't seen it in a year, honor it, bless it, and then give it to someone else. Gift it to somebody else. If you want to sell it, do that. Gently worn, gently used, of course, and I think you honor things. And I come from a family, at least my immediate family, what we do is, if someone transitions on or passes away, and they have things, sometimes you'll get like a memento to keep. Get something, but don't hoard. Oh, this was so-and-so's Bible, and this was so-and-so's hat. They had it right here. We're going to leave it right here where they had it. Yes. You don't want to do that, because I think even though we want to hold on to those things, you hold on to the memories. Treasure those memories. Okay, have one thing, put it away, that's in your little treasure chest or something. But after that, honor that person and that thing by gifting it away, so it can be used, and the spirit can continue to live on. Okay, let's see. Ooh, I ran my mouth so much I covered everything in that topic. I'll probably come back to that at a later date, but yes. And to that point, to keep things that are useful, but also that bring a smile to your face. Okay, so, and I have to work on that sometimes myself, because you know how you have that dress and you're like, ooh, I love the pattern on this dress. This is this. And I'm like, yo, but it's like 2 sizes too small. And, oh, I'm going to put it back here in the back of the closet because I'm going to lose weight. Stop lying. Stop it. Now, sometimes I will take that item if the pattern is beautiful enough and the shirt or dress or skirt or whatever is large enough. I'll repurpose it and make a head wrap. I'll make a head wrap or something with it, or I like to do crafty things. I figured out. I had to start pulling myself away from that, because how many head wraps do you need, right? And then you think about the abundance that you have, but what if someone else needs this? So always think about other people. It could be someone in the family, but you got thrift stores. You can gift to the thrift stores as well. Let's get on these behaviors that we need to let go of, though. Behaviors that generate and breed negative energy and don't add to your bottom line. And like my father said, we always like bottom line cash flow. Is it making me any money? Oh, okay. Is it subtracting? Oh, wait a minute. So your bottom line could be your cash flow, your forward movement to your growth, your happiness, your goals. That's true. You know what? See, you shouldn't even said that, Michelle. Michelle said you can never have enough head wraps. Look. Look. Let me tell you. I believe that, but I am not going to act on that any longer. Because I have to have somewhere to put them. See, don't even get me started. What is this? I'm sorry. I have an alarm, a forever alarm. But anyway, yesterday during the live, Michelle, I was telling everyone that, when I have hang time, I get ridiculous with the hair. So if I start, that's what I do. I'm that little girl on the playground who had the barrettes and was doing it. I never grew out of it. A gazillion decades later, I still do it. I mean, and last year I had braids and beads. For the summer I put my hair in some braids and put the beads on there, and I'm like clickety clack 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 click. My husband is like, okay, and then I'll be talking, and out of the blue I'm like, what was that? So anyway, back on subject. It's just a little. I'm like in a goofy mood today. Okay, now look. Back on subject, the behaviors, the negativity, being petty, and just, oh, thank you. Don't get me started now. Wait. Okay, now being petty and judgmental of others and yourself, gossipy, with less than good intentions, watching negative things on TV. Replace those behaviors with more forward thinking, learning new skills. I mean, it's fun to learn new things, and that builds your confidence, especially when you can flex your knowledge, maybe in business. Or if you don't want to do business, maybe you want to pass it on to someone else. Or maybe you just like going to those fancy cocktail parties and you just want to schmooze a little bit, and you want to just talk about, tell a couple of lies and talk about what, I got this like it's a glass, I don't know. But tell a couple of lies and talk about the things that you know, darling. I don't know, whatever floats your boat, but let's make it positive and value added. And reading more, appreciating other people's talents, loving on yourself. Celebrate all of your gifts and everything that makes you beautiful, unique, whether they're big or small. I know I kind of got a little off because I was on a tangent having a good time, but you get the gist. You want to replace the negative things with some positive stuff, and when you do that, you won't have time. Now, don't get me wrong, we're all human, so I understand that every once in a while we all kind of slip back, but when you feel and see yourself slipping back, you just catch yourself. You catch yourself and what? Cancel it. Cancel that and replace it with something that's great, positive, good, and decent, because it's like a ripple effect, the frequency. Imagine a pool of water and you dip your finger in it and then you see the ripple go out. So if you always negative, that ripple goes out and then boom, it comes right back. And it's the same thing with positive behaviors and being uplifted and keeping your vibe high. You want to keep that vibration high so that those things will ripple back to you. And I say it over and over again ad nauseum, but it's true. It's true. I've experienced with it. I have, changed my mindset on a lot of things. And just like that, it's so magical. I experienced a whole new way of life. It's like perception. How do you handle things that are hard? How do you take a difficult situation and pull the lessons out of it and the positivity? It's a process. But I think it's a relatively easy concept, and I think it's easier when you start when there are any difficult situations going on. So like, start now, the time is now. That's what I say. Yes, and cancel that. I'm serious. It sounds ridiculous and goofy, and I believe it's in a book. I believe it's in a book. As soon as that negative whatever seeps in, cancel it, cancel that. And then it's like, I don't know, it really helps me. So you guys try it. I'm going to let you all go. I'll probably be back later on today for a second live. Let me see. Yes, there is no time but now. That's right, Michelle. There's no time. You guys, if you are watching the replay, do me a solid, please, and put hashtag replay in the comments. Give me a heart Instead of liking, I want a heart, please, because love is the highest vibrational frequency, and I want a lot of that because I am greedy. Thank you. And so putting replay in the comments will help this video out, and it'll reach more people that way, so I appreciate it. And what you can also do is save the video to your favorites by clicking on the 3 dots up here in Facebook. That way, if you want to refer back to these tips, you don't have to dig through the page in order to do that. All right. And I will see you later. And thank you so much, Michelle. Thank you. That's the wife strategist, you guys. Thank you, guys. And until the next video, I am TJ Sykes. I help people live big, beautiful lives through self-care on steroids so they can live happily and abundantly. Smooches. Positive vibes.